Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this final Firefly Fun House theory video. It hurts me saying that because I've loved these videos, but I do think we've seen the last episode. We know the director of photography came out and said they recorded 8 episodes. We've had all of those episodes. It feels like, well, with the Fiend disappearing at the end of that last episode, that's it. That's him leaving the Funhouse. So now we're just waiting for Bray to return in person, make his presence felt in person, maybe at Stomping Ground, maybe at Raw, maybe at SmackDown. Honestly, it's anyone's guess. But yeah, very excited to kind of continue that journey. We're not going anywhere. We're going to stick with this. There's going to be a lot to talk about, like, does he have any new moves, any new mannerisms, what's he wearing, what are his promos like, will we revisit the Firefly Fun House? So there's going to be a lot to explore. I really hope, though, that we do get answers on what we've seen. I hope Bray doesn't just appear and then that's it, we're on to other things. Like, I would like some answers about the Firefly Funhouse, and I'm a little worried we might not get any, so I can tell you my theory on this, and a few people do struggle with this theory. I'm not alone in having this theory. I would say it's probably the most accepted theory. It's the one that I'm seeing a lot of people talking about, and that is that what we've seen, the Firefly Funhouse, all of it is in Bray's head. Bray Wyatt has had a struggle going on in his mind. He's got like the angel and the demon. The angel could be the Bray Wyatt that's in the red cardigan, very happy. And then the demon is the Fiend. Now, the angel seems to think that he can control the Fiend, but the Fiend has been getting more powerful as the Funhouse has gone on, and it really built up to that final episode where, you know, it was all breaking apart. We had those quick images of like a mental institution and kids that had "let me in" written on them, and it's very dark at times. And it ended with the Fiend disappearing. That for me was the moment that Bray accepted the Fiend, accepted his darkness. Now Bray Wyatt is not being dominated by Sister Abigail. Now Bray Wyatt is being controlled by the Fiend. So I feel like it's a bit of character development, and it's the best way of getting that story across. But of course, there's people out there saying, how can we see inside Bray's mind? How can we have that on the Titantron? And I totally understand. That is quite out there for people. That is hard for people to accept. So I thought we could look at a few other theories. There's one theory that's even more out there, and that's that the Firefly Funhouse is Purgatory. It's limbo. So this is basically not heaven, but it's not hell. It's like a waiting room. It's a place where you're trapped. And the reason why people think that is because, obviously, they've spoken about limbo in one of the episodes. Sister Abigail, or Abby the Witch, whatever you want to call her, said that she just wanted to be left alone so that she could rest. She was asking why Bray wouldn't let her rest. So she clearly wants to rest in peace, and Bray Wyatt isn't letting her because she's trapped in this limbo, in this purgatory. We've also seen, like, satanic imagery. We've seen those pentagram symbols, which are the sign of the devil. So there are a lot of heaven and hell references. Even the sign on the door that says, "Abandon all hope, ye who exit here." That's a reference to Dante's Inferno, which talks about the gates to hell, the entranceway to hell, and the sign above it says, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." So lots of religious references in the Firefly Funhouse, and that's why people think that this is Purgatory. I think that's really out there. Like, if people are struggling as to how we can see in Bray's mind, how are we watching Purgatory? And not only that, does that mean Bray Wyatt died? Is he now going to come back to life? Like, this starts getting very messy. So it's not a theory that I subscribe to. I understand why people think that, but I'm distancing myself from that one. The other one though that's out there, and I do like this one. It's my second favourite theory, if you will, is that the Firefly Funhouse is real. It's an actual TV show. Bray Wyatt is really filming this TV show, and he dresses up as the Fiend, and he has people, puppeteers, that control the puppets for him, and it's all scripted, but it's got a purpose, and the purpose is to recruit. Bray Wyatt has been trying to recruit people to join him. That's the purpose of the Firefly Funhouse. It is a cult, basically. Bray Wyatt is starting a new cult, and he is trying to get people to follow him, to join him, to let him in, to accept him as their leader. And there's been lots of clues along the way that this is what Bray has been doing. Obviously, in episode 2, we had word of the day, sociopath. Now, I believe Bray Wyatt is the sociopath. Sociopaths are liars. They will lie to you. They will try to deceive you. They will try to con you. They use fear as well, as a tactic, as a way of controlling people. They don't care about other people's feelings. And Bray Wyatt has shown all of these tendencies. So you could look at this and say, well, maybe Bray is a sociopath. Maybe that happy Bray character that you see, not the Fiend, but the one that wears the red like jumper and is happy and is having picnics and is doing limbo. Maybe he's actually quite dark. Maybe that character is quite twisted. Maybe the Fiend is already controlling Bray Wyatt, because we've seen how he won't let Abby the Witch rest. We've seen him smash Ramblin Rabbit with a mallet just because he was going to reveal the truth about the Firefly Funhouse. Also, we've been lied to about the fact that the world isn't round. We've been lied to about the fact that the dinosaurs aren't extinct. It's quite interesting when you actually break it down how dark that Bray Wyatt character is. Don't forget, he said that fear is power, and sociopaths use fear. Sociopaths are also liars, and obviously we've explored that. And not only that, but they like to use superficial charm. They like to try and charm people. He's done a lot of that in the Firefly Funhouse and online. He's done it on social media. So he's actually reached out to a lot of people on social media, kind of apologising. And I believe that's so they will accept his apology and let him in. He is trying to win people over so that he can control them and potentially turn on them. You could go even a step further and say that Ramblin Rabbit is under the control of Bray, and look what happened there. He's been smashed and destroyed and used to create Ramblin Rabbit breakfast spread. What if he's trying to control and use people for something similar? Why is the Funhouse a kids show? Could it be that Bray Wyatt specifically needs youngsters, kids, children? We've seen them in the Funhouse. So could it be they weren't having a good time? Could it be that he's targeted that age group for a reason? Editing could explain as to how the Fiend disappeared at the end of the last episode. And also, it could be, again, that fear is power message is why we see the Fiend and we see those montages. Is Bray Wyatt trying to scare and intimidate people so that he can control them? I've seen people asking, is the Funhouse built from the remains of the burnt compound? I don't think so. We've seen a lot of shots and camera angles where you can actually see like that it's a TV studio. You can see how high the ceilings are, the green screens and all of that kind of stuff. I don't get the vibe that this is in a wooden shack in the woods. It feels like it's in a proper TV soundstage on a proper studio. So I don't think, personally, that there's going to be a reveal that he's actually back at the compound and that the compound has been rebuilt. I also feel like there are puppeteers. If you go back and watch the old episodes, he's not talking to puppets that are static, because I was under the opinion he might be in wherever he is on his own. I don't think he is. Like, if you think when he was talking to Ramblin Rabbit and Mercy the Buzzard when they were fighting, they were clearly moving when he was talking to them. So there's clearly puppeteers involved in this. Are those puppeteers part of this new cult? Could one of those puppeteers turn out to be Luke Harper? Ramblin Rabbit is a little tricky to explain because he keeps coming back from being destroyed, but of course there's nothing to say that Bray hasn't got 50 Ramblin Rabbit toys, puppets, and when he destroys one he simply replaces it with another one. So I suppose this could be a physical place, and it could be designed to recruit and build a new cult. I think the big thing for me is the fact that I just do not trust Bray Wyatt now. I do not trust him. I think the man himself, outside of WWE, is an absolute genius. I think everyone that worked on these vignettes have nailed it. They should be so proud of what they achieved. If that is done, then we really should take a second to say thank you and well done, because you absolutely smashed it out the park. Like, it is, for me, the most exciting thing in wrestling right now. And if you think about what's happening in wrestling right now, that's a pretty big achievement. So I think they absolutely nailed it. I'm gutted that we're not going to get any more. But yeah, I think for me, Bray Wyatt, the character, he cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted. I do not trust him at all. I borderline don't even think he's in control. If you remember to when he was smashing Ramblin Rabbit, he was doing so not dressed as the Fiend. He certainly had like a fake nose and a little bit of makeup on. But as soon as he finished, there was that moment where he said, "Ramblin Rabbit, are you okay?" As if he didn't even know what he was doing. So Bray says that he controls the Fiend. I think that's the other way round. I think the Fiend controls Bray. I do want to drop a update, a correction in there as well. The last scene that you see of the final episode, we said that they looked like videotapes. We weren't 100% sure. I couldn't tell. That's the best image I had to go from. What with the TV being on, it just seemed logical to me that they would be video cases, videotapes. But someone pointed out the fact that that looks like pizza. So that would make these pizza boxes. And of course, we know that Huskus, the pig boy, likes to pig out, likes to eat a lot. We've seen him with chocolate. So yeah, there's no reason as to why they aren't pizza boxes. We know there was a few things cut from the Firefly Fun House episodes. We were told that by the director of photography over on Reddit, but he said it was nothing important. So maybe that would explain how the pizza boxes got there. Also, I thought that was a halo. See Wrestling pointed out it could just be a cloud. It could be a kind of camera trick, the way it looks, the angle, the light. It looks like it's something when actually it could just be the cloud in the background. So I'm quite happy to say that, yeah, now looking at it, thinking that, I think you're probably right. So again, maybe we're reading a little bit too much into all of these things. But clearly something's been going on. So you'll have to let me know in the comments below. Do you think that this is all in Bray's head? Do you think that this is a real place that has been a TV show just to try and attract people and build up a cult? Or do you think this is Purgatory? Do you think this is Limbo? Could be. Could be. I just hope we actually find out at some point. That's all I want. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already, because, of course, we're going to be doing live streams for Stomping Grounds, live streams for Raw, live streams for SmackDown, talking about whatever happens next with this Bray Wyatt character. And if this was the last theory video, I really am gonna miss these, but hopefully WWE give us something else to get our teeth into, and we'll be all over that if they do so. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.